So, just stuff I've been thinking about and stuff I've been figuring out. The military, right? They figured stuff out. They figured out, like, okay, this is how you get people to work together. This is how you get people to work together well and effectively. And that's kind of how I look at things. In a weird way, it's part of it is like, having a background in English, having this background that I look at things as a writer. I look at the story, I look at characters, I look at people as characters. And yeah, people are not characters. Yes, life is not a story, but yet you can pick out the elements of story and character in people and in real life. So I just try to, put two and two together. I know my psychology, I know my sociology, I know my linguistics, and even anthropology. So I understand just how people come together. How do things come together? And that's what I try to express to people. And, I guess it's just a weird thing, because, like, right now I'm reading Deepah Chopra, and he is going on and on about, like, oh, you're part of this in society, you're part of that in society. And it's like, man, everything you're saying, I already know, I understand. And part of it is because of, studying Wayne Dyer, and part of it's because just I know life, and I understand things. But I think also because a lot of it is just, my own unique living situation, and where I've been, and what I've done in life, and, because a lot of stuff seems to be, okay, look at yourself more as an individual, less as the component of society. And yeah, I understand that. I've been living that, man. So that's nothing, exactly new to me, and I can, appreciate and interpret that in my own, unique way. So go figure. But the big thing that I pick up on is that, okay, so I understand this already. I understand how I fit into society in my own unique way. But there's also the fact that I look at things, I interpret things in a different, unique way. And this was brought up to me by a friend of mine who said, Sky, it's like, you have a different way to look at things. I said, yeah. I kind of started, I was like, oh yeah, I'm intense. Like, no, it's not quite intense. And I was like, yeah, I realize now too, it's like, it's this sort of odd, unique, almost a third person, you could say, view of things. And that to express myself to other people, I use terminology that is a bit more literary, and a bit more analytical. And I think that's just the big thing that he was going on about, or the thing that he was trying to put his finger on. It's like, yeah, I'm analytical. I look at things as, if I was writing a report, this is the way I would express myself. This is the way I would express, the actions. And that can be different, unique, and in particular, in certain environments, in certain situations, some people are like, whoa, what? What are you saying? But I just try to break things down, and I try to look at things, and I try to, explain things in such a way that, okay, break it down to the base elements, break it down to the thing that anybody can understand. And, the weird part of that is that, well, that is part of language. What is language? Language is expressing yourself to another person. So if I express myself to somebody, I want them to understand what I'm saying. But the thing is, they may not totally understand, or they may not totally be on the same, sheet of music, the same wavelengths as me. That's one of the things I noticed about Deepah Chopra. Sorry, I'll send it to the police. It's going slow, but. Anyways, so that's just some, things I'm thinking about right now. And what do I want to say? The big thing about what Deepak goes on about, Mr. Chopra, is,
what is your place in society, what is your role in what you do, and how do you interact? How do you consider yourself? How do you view yourself in terms of society, people, what's going on? And most all of it, I agree with. So I just keep thinking like, God, why do I keep reading this book? I basically am already doing this stuff, or already believe in this stuff. So go figure.